Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a review of my Maybelline color tattoos. So I've got 5 color tattoos. I'll first show you which ones I have and then I'll talk a little bit about them. So I've got Barely Branded. This one is a champagne sort of shade. It's quite neutral and it's a little bit shimmery. Then I've also got Bold Gold, which is a gorgeous yellow gold shade. I've got Bad to the Bronze, which is a bronze shade. I've got Silver Strike, which is just a gorgeous silver shade, which I haven't used yet. And lastly, I have this gorgeous green shade, which is part of their, just one of their promotional sets. So it's not actually in their original set. So I don't know where you can find these. I got this one from one of those little beauty spot stores in the middle of Chadstone, which they had all their promotional ranges. But yeah, so this one's called 200 Ready Set Green, and it is a gorgeous, gorgeous dark forest green shade. It's my only color, so all the others are very neutral shades, and this one's a gorgeous color. The reason why I don't have any other bold colors is that I find the other colors to be quite pastel-y, which I don't think would look very good on my skin tone. So yeah, they have one, Tenacious Teal, I think is a really gorgeous color, which I might end up buying soon, but the emerald green and the purple shade that they've got just seem a little bit too pastel for me. So that's why I got this dark green shade. When I found that, I just had to buy it because it was gorgeous. So yeah, just to talk a little bit about these cream eyeshadows, they are absolutely brilliant. I love them so much. Not only do they work as a primer, so they help your eyeshadows last all day long because they're a 24-hour color tattoo, but you can also use them on their own as well. The reason why I have so many neutral shades is because I like to use these underneath my eyeshadows, in particular Barely Branded. I like to use this, if I'm using any eyeshadow, I'll put this one on underneath and I'll just apply my eyeshadows over the top, whichever color I want to go for, or if I'm going for a neutral shade, because this one will make my eyeshadow last a lot longer, and it also works to brighten, make the eyeshadow colors that I use pop. I did buy Too Cool, which is a matte white shade, because I know a lot of people use white cream eyeshadows or white eye pencils underneath to make their eyeshadows pop, but for me it just felt a little bit too light for my skin color. It's a little bit too frosty, so I found that this shade was a little bit more natural for me, a little bit more wearable, and I can use this for lots of different occasions because I can use this one on its own and also underneath other eyeshadows, and it's probably the least shimmery out of all the shades. It has a little bit of a slight tinge, but if you use matte eyeshadows over the top, it just looks very matte. So yeah, they really do work amazingly to make your eyeshadows last so much longer, but they also just make your eyeshadows look so much bolder as well. Having that cream underneath, it just makes all of your colors pop. So yeah, I like to use, if you can see with my eyeshadow that I'm wearing now, just a gold shade over the top and colors on the outer V, which I find makes it a lot more wearable when you're using colors. So that's why I've got so many neutral shades, which I like to use underneath. So yeah, this Bad to the Bronze shade is just so natural on me if I'm just going out and I just want a little bit of color. I don't know if you can see it there, but it's just a nice shimmer. It just shimmers, and it's a very natural color for me to use, which is why I love using that. And And yeah, obviously I have a yellow gold shade, which I'm actually wearing at the moment, and just a silver, and the green was just a little bit of fun for me. So yeah, these cream eyeshadows, they're not too creamy, unlike the e.l.f. cream eyeshadows that I have that are way too creamy and they just slide right off. These ones, if you feel the texture of them, you know it's a cream eyeshadow, but it's sort of quite sticky, and you know it'll last a really long time. So you don't even need to use a powder eyeshadow over the top. You can use them just as they are, and they just look gorgeous. So it's perfect for if you don't really have a lot of time to wear eyeshadow, but you want to have something, you just apply any one of these cream eyeshadows on your eyelid, and that's it, you're good to go. So yeah, I absolutely love these, and they're gorgeous to use as eyeliners as well. And yeah, I love them. They just last all day, and that's all you'd want from your eyeshadows, and they're quite good as a primer. They retail for about $12, but if you go to Chemist Warehouse, you can get them for $10, sometimes $8, and occasionally Chemist Warehouse will have a 50% off sale, which you can get them for $6, which a lot of these I got for $6, which is great value, because they're in a pot form they last a really long time as well, because you don't need to use a lot of product. The other thing that I love about these is that it is quite buildable. So if you want to use them just as a primer, you can just use your finger or you can use a brush, and you can just sweep one layer of the whichever cream eyeshadow that you choose over your eyelid, and it's actually quite sheer. It's not too bold, but at the same time you can, dip your finger in or your brush in multiple times and actually build up that coverage and make it more vibrant. So you have the option to make it as sheer or as bold as you want it to go. So yeah, I love these cream eyeshadows. They are my absolute favorite thing, and yeah, great buy that I use every time I apply eyeshadow. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Make sure you thumbs up and subscribe if you liked it. See you guys next time.